Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your June monthly tarot horoscopes for June 2015. And this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, and moon in the lovely Capricorn. And I had to stop my video for a second, and I already laid out a spread for you guys. But I'm starting my intros, letting everybody know that I bought this really cool pendant. It's a silver chime pendant that has these little dolphins on it, and it has this beautiful little sound. And I'm sending you positive energy and clearing your energy of negativity with this music. I think the fairies really love this, and I'm just sharing it with everyone because I think everybody needs a little clearing and a little positive energy sent your way. So I'm sending you that. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's really cool. And so to get to your reading, I am using my main deck, my Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Puy-Moon-Law. And like I said, I already rolled out a spread for you guys, so I'm just going to start. I do want to start with the foundation card, actually, which is the distant past. In the distant past, you've got the Four of Cups. Because it is kind of coloring the whole reading, I would say that there's a little bit of melancholy, okay, going on. I would call it withdrawal, melancholy. Some people might call it depression. For you, this is taking a lot of time to yourself, needing a lot of time out to think, to process things. There's also a little bit of living the dream, not the reality. And it is very important for Capricorns, especially because they tend to overanalyze things, to live kind of in reality. And I have to say that in the month of May, I felt pretty much the entire month, and I don't know why I felt this. My ascendant's in Cap. But I do have some strong Aquarius in my chart, so I'm not sure. Maybe you have some strong Aquarius in your chart. You did get a couple of cards similar to Aquarius. I just did the Aquarius video, so you may have some strong Aquarius too. But I felt in the month of May the sense that it almost like I wasn't sure what reality I was living in. Like I wanted to find a certain reality, like a certain mode of going about my business where I felt like I could look forward to it being a certain way. And maybe I was looking for consistency, or maybe I was looking for security, or maybe I was looking for something comforting, a comforting feeling that could give me a sense that I was living in a way, maybe a certain reality. It's hard to explain, but that's kind of my feeling. And I feel like this is the foundation for you. And so I feel like you are living in your head rather than, maybe you're trying to find the reality. Maybe you're trying to make your life a certain way and you haven't really achieved it yet. Capricorns are all goal-oriented, so maybe there's a little bit of frustrating. It could be that there's, for me, it was frustrating to, again, find that reality. Frustrating because maybe the reality that I am currently living in isn't the one that I'd like to be in. So it's sort of like I'm searching for an alternative reality. I think we all are. So we're kind of trying to live, and then we come, because we're not happy with the reality we're living in, we start to live in our heads, okay, which is the fantasy, which is the non-reality, okay? So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So there's an element of that. It's very important for you Capricorns to time manage. Make sure you're setting the alarm. Make sure you're not staying up too late. Make sure you are not wallowing in anything. It's very interesting because I feel like you are kind of in a cycle, or just a phase. I don't like using those words, but you're in a phase where you're kind of trying to understand where you're at, and you're not really liking the reality you're living in, and maybe there are certain things, it's not a perfect reality, but you have to kind of accept the reality and deal with the reality that you're living in, basically, and make changes rather than just like try to escape into a fantasy world that's not real, okay? There's a certain amount of escapism there. So you have this as the foundation. Now, in the recent past, you got the Devil card, which is one of the cards that came up for Aquarius. And the Devil card is all about someone who has an addiction problem, someone who likes to be in control, someone who has control issues, someone who likes to lord power over somebody else, somebody who likes to keep somebody for themselves, okay, who has that selfish, maybe addictive personality. And this is also temptation. This is all that is tempting and worldly and selfish, and being a slave to those desires. Some people, it's money. Some people are chained to their job. They won't let go because it's consistent. It pays the bills, but they hate it. Other people are tempted to be in a relationship that isn't good for them, or tempted to sleep with someone who isn't good for them, or basically just feeling stuck in a relationship that's not good. And the thing is, what's crowning you is the Tower. So my feeling is that in the beginning of June, if not the end of May, you're breaking up with someone. You're getting a divorce. This Devil person is no longer going to be in your life. You're clearing out the old. The old Devil is going away. Now, if you're, it's because the Devil to me is a Capricorn. A lot of times a Capricorn. But because the Capricorn has that challenge, okay, of overcoming the 7 deadly sins, overcoming the materialism, overcoming the money, overcoming the lower earthly sex, ego, aggression type energies to achieve the higher spiritual energy. And so some of you Capricorns may be bogged down in that frustration. You may be in that you may be kind of tempted, but then and know what's best, but then at the same time, it's still, it's a struggle, but you're still tempted. And some of you are, feeling, have been feeling like you're in a relationship that you can't get out of, okay? And there is no such relationship. You can always get out. You can always leave. A lot of people make excuses why they can't go. There's money issues. They've been in a relationship for a really long time, or whatever the reason. And I feel like a lot of you are finally coming to the point where you're making changes. You're making major changes because the Tower is major, and it's out with the old. And so the old Devil is going bye-bye. Okay, same with Aquarius too, going bye-bye, wave goodbye to the Devil. It's done. I think early June, because this is crowning you, I feel like early June, it's going. If any of you are in a relationship with someone who you felt like you had to stay, or whatever reason you had to be there, or they were controlling you in some way, it's done. It's over. Okay. And that's causing you, again, to be in this melancholy. You had a little melancholy to begin with. It kind of contributes to the melancholy because it's a cycle for you. I feel like some of you, it's sort of like a roller coaster where things get better, and again, it's that 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Things get better, and then things get worse, again, a little bit, and then you go back into depression mode, okay? So be very careful. Some of you are on the brink of being kind of staying in the same vibration and energy of depression. Okay, you want to leave that also. If you don't want to go back to it, don't get sucked back in. Okay. Some of you need therapy and counseling, and a lot of people get pissed off when I say this because they take it as like an insult, like that they need therapy and there's something wrong with them. Well, counseling and therapy is something I recommend for everyone because it actually is able to help you think about things and process things. And that's what you're trying to do anyways. In a way, though, you're overanalyzing and you're spending too much time on it rather than talking it through in a healthy way with a therapist would get you to a point where it wasn't, they'd kind of bring you back to the reality, okay? And it wasn't it's kind of done in a healthy way. So the good news, guys, is that because the devil guy is gone, you've got this Two of Cups, okay? Energy here coming in, new relationship coming in. This is commitment. This is love. This is romance. This is happiness. It's one of my favorite cards, okay? Financial prosperity. This is really all good things in the romance category for you lovely Capricorns. Some of you may be going, well, I don't want a relationship. After that last one, I don't want one. Well, here's the thing. Out with the old, in with the new, and basically the energy is there. Doesn't mean you're necessarily, not all of you are going to be in, jump right into a committed relationship. But some of you really are. Whoever the devil was for you, they're gone, okay? And that opens the door to the new relationship, okay? The devil could have been a family member. The devil could have been a friend, okay? The devil doesn't have to be necessarily a love partner, okay, or a marriage situation, okay? But a lot of you, it is. Someone may, and I'm just learning this interesting, someone may have loved you, but you may not have loved them, okay? Or maybe, because I feel like the devil is a thief, so the devil kind of there's trickery, there's elements of trickery there, where there's, is it real love? Is it true love? See, because the devil, he's got her heart in his hands, and that's not real love. This is real love, okay? Real love is coming. Real love is when it's between both of you. It's mutual. It's not on one person. Someone's not keeping it for themselves. It's shared. It's mutual. That's love, okay? So that's, and there's an element too. Somebody thinking that I'm getting some of you may be in relationships. Somebody is treating you like an object, like a trophy wife in some way. The word's trophy, and that doesn't normally come to my mind. Trophy wife, where you're kind of an object. You're the object of someone's desire. The devil may be someone that you know. You may be the object of their desire, or you may be that person that they want to get with, but they can't, so they steal it. They take it because they want it so badly for themselves, and it's wrong. It's wrong of them to do so. So it's good that the Tower comes along and takes it. It's good that there's a breakup or dissolving of a relationship. It's good that. So however hard it is, if you're going through something very difficult and challenging with a devil type person, if it's a loss of a friendship, or even if it's a loss of a family member, something really intense, okay, where there's loss involved, just know that that it's timely for it to happen, and it will prove to be very beneficial that this energy is no longer in your life, okay? Now, in the heart, I call it the heartbeat of the reading, you have the Hermit, okay? And the Hermit is someone who is, well, chances are some of you are going to be moving, okay? Similar to Aquarius, this is a moving card, okay? This is, thinking about moving. This is also needing to go into the cave and take time out. Everybody talks about how hardworking Capricorns are, and it's true. Capricorns need to take time off. If you're not taking enough time off, Capricorn, June is a great time to take some time for yourself, okay? But it's interesting because the Hermit in my deck, okay, not in everybody else's deck, it's an engagement. It's a wedding, okay? And so some of you are getting married. Some of you, you're going to meet the love of your life, and you're going to get engaged, okay? It may not happen in June. The engagement may not happen in June, but because they're coming together like this is, and you may be moving in with them, or some of you may be taking your relationship to the next level, actually, with this new commitment at some point. I feel like it's happening it may happen very quickly. You may meet somebody and then 2 weeks later be moving in with them, okay? It could be as fast as that, or beginning of June 1st you meet someone and then 30 days later you're moving in with them. I mean, it could happen very quickly, but I feel like it's just the whole package. Some of you are going to be having this whole package, this romance, this engagement, this wedding, that, the whole thing. It's very strong. Some of you are just going to be moving or thinking about moving, but some of you just need to take time out to process what's going on, because you got 3 major arcana cards, actually 4, right in the same little cluster. Very similar to Aquarius. This little cluster here, it's the Devil, the Hermit, the Magician, and the Tower. Okay? Boom, 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 boom. Cluster. Okay? It's basically a clusterfuck of negativity. Okay? The Magician is not negative, but to me it's... and the Hermit to me isn't negative. But altogether, it feels like a situation that is heavy to process. It's a lot to take in, okay? This breakup, this divorce, this ending is sudden and swift, and you do need to process it correctly. And you do need to follow the signs and follow your intuition to find Mr. Right, the real Mr. Right, okay? It's very interesting. Capricorn males, specifically, this is you, okay? You got the Magician. To me, this is the Capricorn male, okay? So some of you, I feel like Capricorn males, a lot of you are going to be moving. Some of you are going to be getting engaged. And some of you need to come out of the cave. Whereas, okay, Aquarius females, I feel like you need to go into the cave. In a way, you need to process all that has happened. You need to take some time off. Did I say Aquarius females? I mean Capricorn females. You need to go into the cave and process, and the good cave, not the devil's cave. Okay, the cave that is home for you. In a way, some of you may need to go home. Okay. And see your family if you haven't seen your family, if you live far away from them. Okay, this is travel too. Some of you may be traveling the month of June. Did I say to keep doing it? Capricorn females specifically. Capricorn males, though, you need to come out of the cave. You need to go back out there. You need to start over. Put yourself out there. Some of you are really good with your hands, especially Capricorn males. You're good. You've got anybody who has strong Capricorn in their chart. Good with your hands. You're a builder, a mover, a shaker. You get things done. You're like the handyman, the Mr. Fix-It. Some of you need to start your own business, especially Capricorn males. To me, it's time to start your own business. That's what I'm getting. It may come as a shock to you for me to say that, but Capricorn males, females, they can't take orders from anybody else. They're the boss, Eventually, because Capricorns like to climb higher. I mean, they like to climb. They are climbers, okay? They do not like status quo. They never have, and they never will. They're constantly trying to evolve, mainly because they have that energy in the constellation. It's that needing to get to that spiritual level, needing it to get to that higher level, needing to climb. It's just like, it kind of ingrained in the Capricorn. So Capricorn males, I feel like, you need to kind of make, I feel like you do a lot with your hands. And you need to really make your own business, make it happen for you. Make it happen for yourself. Capricorn females, too, if you have your own business, this is a great time for you, okay? I feel like you need to, Capricorn females, you need to follow the signs, because the Magician is all about following the signs to Mr. Right. He's got this lantern next to him, and he's holding this gemstone, and it's glowing, and there's this glow, and it's like you can see it from afar. And to me, it doesn't feel like it's much longer. If you've been waiting for Mr. Right to come along, Capricorn females, he's coming, okay? You're going to see him. You're going to meet him. It's not much longer. It doesn't feel like it's going to be much longer. You do have the waiting card coming in, and that's linking up with this Two of Cups. So there may be some elements. Actually, you have two waiting cards coming in, okay? So, you know, in the position of emotions, you got the waiting card, timing, waiting to pluck the fruit, and then you have the Nine of Wands, which is also, you know, feeling, needing to have patience, you know, kind of delays, things kind of taking longer than expected, okay? So you have both waiting cards. That means there's a timing issue for your Capricorn, and it's not unusual, again, because you're on a journey where, in a way, you can get stuck for a very long time in one position and then climb really fast and get to the end, you know, to the top. And things may happen very fast. So to me, it feels like if you're single, okay, and you're looking for romance, it's going to happen, I feel like, in June. You're going to meet him. Things may slow down and then pick back up again, okay? Or, on the other hand, if you're single and you're looking for Mr. Right, there may be some delay. I know it's saying the opposite thing, but some of you, this is how it's going to be. There may be some delay of either meeting him or being together with him, or some element that delays the relationship, okay? There may be some delay. There still may be a little bit of clearing out of your life some stuff that's, or some people. You may have, like Capricorn females, you may have more than one suitor. You know, I don't even like to use that word suitor. You may have more than one guy that's interested in you, basically, is what I'm saying. And so those guys may block you from actually having, and they may delay from having the relationship that you want, or things may go very slowly in the beginning of your new romance, okay? It may seem like it takes forever for it to kind of get off the ground, but I feel like it will. The outcome is the struggles and obstacles card. And I don't like to see that for you, Capricorn, because that means you're going to have a lot on your plate. At the end of the month, there's a lot of things, a lot of shit on your plate. Responsibilities and things that you're going to have to do. You're just going to have to get through it. You're going to have to just go through them one at a time and do things in a timely way and not get impatient and not rush. Some of you, there's going to be, some of you, it feels like you may meet someone that you jump into a relationship with. It may even be, for some of you, like a one-night stand. You may just kind of rebound from this breakup and then jump into like a new relationship, and then it happens too fast, okay? And it goes too quickly, and, you know, he runs for the hills, okay? It may be that it sort of just feels like some of you are meeting Mr. Right, and then some of you are meeting a guy that you think is Mr. Right, but isn't, okay? And you're in a pattern, you're in a cycle, where again, will the real Mr. Right stand up, okay? You're in a pattern of being attracted to people that aren't available. You're in a pattern of being attracted to guys that aren't real with you. So you need to, and you're in a fantasy, you're living the fantasy. There's a lot of fantasy around these guys, these relationships, okay? You need to really get to a point where you really, maybe that's the reason why the universe is saying go slow. Maybe that's the universe is why saying to you, slow down, don't rush, go slowly, really take time to figure out these guys, because not everyone is going to be Mr. Right, and a lot of females, especially Capricorns, can be romantic, okay? So, don't be too quick to jump, okay, or grasp, or hold on, or cling to anything. Just go with the flow. You do have the Sun card in the position of your attitude, which is really good. And the Sun card is, you know, one of the victory cards. This is riding off into the sunset. This is the joy card. So you may have a little bit, June may be a little bit of a high and low for you. It may be because you have this low point in the distant past, and then you have this high point, which is the Two of Cups and a new relationship. Or just, this may be a friendship, or this may be someone that you sleep with, okay? Maybe it's someone that you have one night stand with, or something. But, and then you have this high, okay, so then you have the other low of, having a lot on your plate. To me, that's a low, okay? It's a low point. It's feeling low, it's feeling tired, but then you have it right next to the sun, The Sun card and the Five of Wands, to me, are also people. So the Sun card could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries male. A lot of times he shows up as a Cancer, actually, okay? And Capricorns and Cancers have a deadly attraction. So this could be a Cancer may be on your mind, okay? He also may have run for the hills. It's sort of like he could show up. This Cancer guy could show up if you're a Capricorn female, and you may have a one-night stand with him, and then he may run for the hills. So there's a lot of bopping around here, okay? And, Capricorn males may be getting into a relationship with a Scorpio female, okay? Message me if you are, because she's showing up here too. Although I don't feel like necessarily, she may be the one that you're into. But I don't feel like necessarily it's going to go long term. My feeling for you overall, Capricorn, okay, and also this Five of Wands is, to me, another fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, potentially ascendant, sun or moon also. Usually that's just a fire sign. That's how I see it. Guy, okay? So it could be two guys. It could be a Cancer male or a fire sign male. To me, they're very similar energy. They have very similar energy. They just have like a change of clothes. It's kind of how I see it, It's like the story goes, he's riding this bird, and then he lands, he gets off the bird, and he starts running through a field of foxes, and he's just taking off. He's running, Some of you may, especially females, but if you're gay, you may also have a male that's chasing you as well. So Capricorn males, I feel like you may have another male that's kind of chasing you. It could be a fire sign male. Message me if you are. That's the situation. Also if you're gay, watch out because there's a lot of guys in this spread. Okay, so it's more about you Capricorn guys. I feel in this reading. Watch out for the people that you're dating. If you're gay, watch out because there's a lot of. You did have the player. They're not players. I wouldn't say they're players, but they get scared very easily. Okay, and also the sun. There's limits. Okay, the sun is, if you stand outside in the sun too long, you get burned. Right? If you get too close to him, you get burned. If you get too close to him, he runs for the hills. Okay, and him, this could be you also, but it could also be someone that you could be in a Capricorn with another Capricorn, or he could be another earth sign, okay? Could also be Taurus or Virgo. I see him as a Taurus or Virgo as well. So this guy may show up and he is wearing a mask and you don't necessarily know, you can't tell what he's feeling. So it may become as a surprise to you to find out that he's the magician, that it's all smoke and mirrors, that he's not feeling anything, he just wants to sleep with you, Same with you Capricorn females. If you're in a relationship with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn male, this may be someone who just wants to sleep with you, and you think that he's all about it, but he's really just pulling the rabbit out of the hat, he's just tricking you. It's just a trick. So there's some interesting elements for June, I'd say. Capricorn, and I feel like this time of waiting is going to pass. Things are going to pick up. I am going to pull another card because I want to see if there's any like final things that I can tell you about the energy when it picks up. I feel like these people, this Cancer guy or this fire sign guy, he may not even be, to me, the Five of Wands doesn't necessarily have to be a fire sign guy. It could be someone with a fire sign ascendant. It could be actually an air sign. I don't know why I'm getting this, but it could be like an air sign. And you kind of just need to get these guys out of your life. Whether you're gay or straight, you need to get these guys out of your life. It's sort of just like they're going to disappear as well. So it's sort of like Capricorns are very black and white, you know. They like things to be kind of neat and crisp and like start one thing and then finish it and then start a new thing. But it may be that you meet the love of your life, but you've got some other contenders, you know, some other people that are you know, showing up in your life, and you would do best to avoid those people. You will know who the love of your life is when you meet this person. You will know, okay? And I don't feel, for some of you, Capricorn females, I don't feel it's the Capricorn male. Although he is a Mr. Right for some, but I don't feel like it is for you, predominantly Capricorn females, Mr. Right. I'm getting more, it's for the Capricorn males. If you meet another Capricorn male or a Taurus male or Virgo male and you're gay, he's Mr. Wrong, okay? But again, this is a general reading, so I'd have to look at, you know, the cards for you specifically. And so that's kind of how I see it. And then also, you know, for the Capricorn ladies, you've got the Cancer and the fire sign guy. So the Capricorn, the Cancer, and then one of the fire sign ascendant guy. I don't believe they're Mr. Right. Not for you. Because the outcome is the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is either someone chasing you or running for the hills. They're not someone who's sticking around. And also, even if you're single, let's just say you're single, okay, and you're looking for Mr. Right, and you want to have a romance, but you recently got out of a relationship, or, you know, there's been some temptation, or there's been some fear, or there's been some depression going on, and you have no relationships going on whatsoever, but you just have the elements of fear, temptation, if you're living in a fantasy. I mean, this could be some of you who are single, you know, and, you know, at the end of the day, the outcome is you have a lot of things, responsibilities on your plate, you know, and, you know, you may have joy, but you also have this low point that you're dealing with, this low point. You're coming from the low point. You're going from low to high and then back again. So you gotta watch your mood swings, Capricorn. Ladies and gents, you need to watch your mood swings because there's these high-low elements here. But I am going to pull another card here. Interesting. So you got the World card, and I think the Capricorns have got the World card again. The World is amazing. The World is abundance, family, happiness, love, the world being your oyster. So at the end of the day, once you clear out these guys, if you're a Capricorn female that are in your life, or overcome these obstacles, okay, this energy of having these struggles and obstacles, the energy of the depression, when you overcome this, you're going to have so much abundance. You're going to be blessed so many times, with so much. Some of you may come into some money, or maybe some of you just end up being wealthy. You may end up having more money than you ever could imagine. And you may end up having, to me, for you to have the World and the Two of Cups, it's really strong, really positive. To me, that means that there is the hope of love for you, and actually having a commitment and having a partnership, and that it's going to happen. It may happen later, again, than when you want it to happen, because there's these delay cards. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's going to happen. Some of you are psychic and need to develop some of your skills. the fairies are definitely around you. Some of you have a strong connection to birds, and getting the word falcon, which is really cool. I don't know why. I'm also getting the words free bird. You're a free bird and you don't like restrictions. It's weird because I don't normally see this, but there's all these cords on her arm. Okay, there's all these ribbons. I see them as cords, and they're just kind of hanging out. It's sort of to me like it sort of feels like to me you've broken free, and these are the bonds that you need to just take off and like shed yourself completely of. You've severed some bonds, and actually it has given you your freedom. So any relationships that have been in your life, I feel like specifically because you've got this devil in the tower, to me that's a breakup. In a way, you're a free spirit. You're a wild bird. You're free in the month of June to really have abundance and really have it all. There isn't anything else. To me, it's almost like you're free of your past. You're free of your old self. You're free of your old life. And any of you who do any kind of cord cutting kind of stuff, there's some, I would definitely recommend, talking to either myself or someone who does cord cutting to make sure that those are finally gone. You may have pulled away, but there may still be some either hooks or some leftover bonds that can go. Okay, so definitely recommend Reiki therapy for you, and or some cord cutting stuff. I'd recommend. But that's it. So I'm going to leave you with a final jingle. And I'm going to send you big hugs. Big hugs. Big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. I'll be back again for my mid-month videos, so stay tuned for more. Feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. And thank you guys so much for everything. Take care.